I am going to start the show by saying that I'm a stand-up comedian and I am on tour. WhitneyCummings.com, you know what to do. Are we going?
Oh, are you driving?
Can you still action again?
Action!
Why am I the only person on a set that wants to be yelled at? I'm truly the only one. Like Blake Lively's like, and then they tell me what to do and they tell me what to wear. I'm like, that sounds amazing. How do I get a job with Justin Baldoni? He told me what to say. He wrote everything. So I didn't have to write anything. I didn't have a say in anything. And it's like, can I please have that job? I would love it. It drives me nuts every week. I'm like, Pat, yell at me when we're going. And he's like, that's rude. I'm like, yeah, that's my... I'm glad you think this is funny. So this podcast is going to be weird. I waited all day to shoot this podcast. We were going to shoot it last night. Pushed it to today. I got hoodwinked again. Got bamboozled. What's new? I was waiting for the Epstein list to drop because one of the blondes, I don't know, one of the blondes in the administration said, tomorrow we are getting the list. Okay. I was hoping to talk about the names on the Epstein list today, and now I can't, and I can't do it tomorrow because I have to leave at 3 a.m. to go to Cleveland. Is that a thing? I have never gone to Cleveland and had to take a connection. Like ever since planes just started crashing every day, all of a sudden I'm on twice the number of planes. I'm on 6 flights a weekend normally. Now I'm on 12 flights because for whatever reason, cities with connecting flights, which never did before. Pittsburgh, last weekend to go to Tampa, I went through Miami to North Carolina to Tampa. Is this normal? When I go to Lexington, I go through like Birmingham. I'm like, are we being trafficked? What's happening? I don't know. Are they just the pilots practicing? They're like, you guys need to practice more. Maybe they're just, yeah. Or like they don't want to do long flights. Like, I don't know what's happening. So there's not like too much gas on the plane or something, like too much fuel. I don't know. Anyway, that said, I am coming to a city near you. Unless, when you see a lot of crazy stuff happening in society, it's like, what's the common denominator in all of them? Because you want to go, how come this crazy thing is happening? All of a sudden, planes are crashing. All of a sudden, this is happening. All of a sudden, this is happening. There's sometimes, instead of one reason for each of them, it's like one underlying reason for all of them. Think of all the crazy things going on right now. Planes crashing too much. This Epstein list that's just never going to come out. The planes that don't crash have people on them having manic episodes and attacking people. I mean, it's like, there's also an Adderall shortage. I took Adderall when I wrote my book. It did help, but it helped too much. The editor was like, this feels like a trilogy. She was like, we only need like 200 pages. And I was like, Adderall's not like a forever thing. Okay. Adderall over time is just meth. Like you're just on meth. Okay. And have you noticed this? Have you noticed that more people are taking Adderall after it was revealed that Hitler and his troops used Adderall? Just like kind of a spooky advertisement. Hitler and his troops were on Adderall. And you're like, is this a ringing endorsement for Adderall that Hitler and his used it? I also believe his judgment was impaired as well. Doesn't the thing he's being productive at matter too? I'm worried that everyone's brain is just a little fried. Don't you notice everyone seems to be at like burnout, just fried, whether it's adrenaline or Adderall. Maybe it's the tap water. I don't know. Staring at screens all day. Because also in the beginning, we weren't getting as like buzzed on screens because what we were watching was kind of like a little more innocent, I definitely don't think we should be watching planes crash all day. I mean, I don't even think whoever invented the internet, who was it, Al Gore? I don't even know. Would have been like, just don't put like constant plane crashes. Like, I don't think our brain is designed. That's not healthy. My Twitter feed for the past 2 weeks has just been plane crash. I'm sorry. It's just so insane that you have to see it from every single angle. Like one person, how about like one person gets to post it and that's it? Everyone's posting the breakout. This is not a good idea psychologically, especially if you're a touring stand-up comedian. But anyway, it is weird though when reality becomes more gnarly than TV and video games. Friends of mine that play video games like for a living, they saw the Canada jet flip and they're like, Jesus. You're like, wait, what? When reality starts being more insane than like Grand Theft Auto, we're in a, I don't know, man. It's like, are we in a simulation? No, I don't think simulations are this insane. Like, no simulator would want that. Also, some guy jumped out of a plane that was like landing. Did you see that the co-pilot like just jumped out of a plane? I don't know if he was filming a TikTok.
My co-pilot just ran out the back of the plane.
He just did what?
He just ran out the back of the plane.
So you don't have a co-pilot on, you said?
No, he just jumped out the back of the plane.
Challenge or something? Or are we just all as humans turning into like feral honey badgers? Even though, I mean, as a society, we are technically safer than we've ever been, but because all we do is look at plane crashes, like we feel like we're at least safe. I just feel like everybody's so stressed out. I do believe that something insane happened. And this is why as a species, we are not to be trusted. And didn't everyone get more time recently? Like, that's all you want in life, right? I just want more time. We got it. We were literally gifted our time back. We now have Amazon. We have Postmates. We have online banking. You don't have to go to the bank. That used to be like a day a week. You would have to like wait in line at the bank, wait for it to open and close. Like we have groceries. You can have groceries delivered. Okay. Dinner you can get delivered. You don't have to go to the gym to work out. There's like apps you can do it at home. Like we save like 3 hours a day not running errands because of all these apps. Yeah, they're taking our eyeballs and our DNA and they're tracking whatever. But they did give you 3 hours of not running errands like a day, right? That's kind of fair to say. How are we more stressed than when we were running errands 3 hours a day? I'm not. Where did all that time we saved, where's the saved time go? I'm not like a mathlete, but I don't think this adds up to me. We're using the time that we saved to stare at plane crashes and murders in our hand. That's what we've done with
You're
all
not
this.
a mathlete?
Huh?
You're not a mathlete?
Now you tell me? I just love mathlete. Like if you're just, sometimes I gotta just like throw like good strays. If you're a guy on a dating app, just write mathlete as your bio. You're welcome. So funny. That's so funny. Anyway, so the point is the Epstein list was going to be the big thing I wanted to talk about today. And shocker, it's not out. I could have told you this. We didn't get the list. We got like a photo shoot with a bunch of pick-me Karens and dorks holding binders from Staples saying, and everyone said the same thing. This is the most transparent administration in history. Okay, you guys, this is the trafficking of human beings. This isn't a joke. This isn't your high school talent show. Why are you she's like smiling, holding it. Like, are you out of your... I can't, dude.
They looked like they were collecting their diploma at graduation.
Pat, perfectly put. I was trying to capture the energy because I couldn't think of another thing. It was like pageant energy. You're exactly right. They looked like they were collecting their diploma at University of Phoenix online after majoring in communications, of course. Imagine thinking that is the way to behave. Are they doing a trending dance for Snapchat? You're holding a binder full of monsters. This isn't like the cliffhanger of a TV show. This is the most powerful people in the world abusing kids. Like, are we mentally just gone as a society? Like, do people think this is like funny? This isn't the new Charlie D'Amelio energy drink that just dropped. This is like, remember when nurses were dancing during COVID? Meanwhile, people were like crying through plastic as their parents like died and they couldn't touch that. Like, is this microplastics? Maybe I'm not even kidding. Like there's something bigger going on in society that is like the common denominator in all this craziness. It's when people are are they in the government? Who are these people? They're just like journalists or something? I don't, what are they? Do you know?
They're Twitter journalists.
They're Twitter journalists. Twitter journalists are really having a moment between Elon's new chick and these guys dancing with their binders. Also, why is it in a binder? Like a paper? Someone printed it? Like this is... You guys went to Kinko's and knocked out a bunch of binders? Like, what? Okay. The point is, the names did not come out. And I have a hot take. They won't. Why would they? There is no way. Here's my theory. Okay. If they got people as powerful as we already know, whatever, Prince Andrew, allegedly, and whoever, there's no way they didn't also get government people, intelligence people, you know what I mean, that were involved in some way. They're not going to let this come out till they do some serious copy and pasting. And it's not a left thing or a right thing. It's anyone in power who has been immune to consequences since the beginning of time. You can't get away with stuff anymore, right? And this just happened, and they're old enough to have gotten away with it. I think that these people are waiting till we're all so mentally warped that everyone assumes everything they see is fake. We're not there yet. We're like a little bit suspicious when we see stuff, you know, because then everyone's going to be off the hook again. You know what I mean? Because right now it's like, you know, is that real? Is that fake? You're like, not sure. In like 2 years, everything in our brain will be fake. And everyone will be able to say like, oh, that's AI. That's fake. That's not real. Which, by the way, I'm all for. I am so pro AI. It is ridiculous because I need to be able to say to my son when he sees my stand up on the internet in 10 years, like, that's AI. That's not me. That's not your mom. I would never say that. That's just, it's fake. And he'll be like, yeah, probably. Like, I am excited that the new default will be everything you see is fake. I do not know who is on the Epstein list, but I do know who is not on the Epstein list. And I can say that with aplomb and authority. Keanu Reeves, no way. Denzel, no way. Right? No way. Wesley Snipes, no way. Is he in jail though? He's in jail for something else.
Maybe a while. He did his time, I think.
He did his time? Okay, it was for taxes, right?
Yeah.
John Goodman, not on that list. That's my list of who's not on the list. Random thought. Does no one else think it's weird that there's zero crossover with Epstein and Diddy? Racism or coincidence? It is weird that they don't intersect. Like, were they ever friends? Like, that's a weird. Like, if they saw each other like at the private airport, were they like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like there's weirdly no crossover at all. But anyway,
they're like the Coke and Pepsi of organized blackmail rings.
Epstein has been such an obsession for so long. I just feel like, I don't know. There's something up. I also think there's something up with people who are like obsessed with the list coming out. Now, people that are like, I want to see the list. We deserve to see the list. And then I want to see the video. I want to see the video of those underage girls being abused. I want to see it with my own eyes so we get justice. I want to see just how young they are. Again, if you're a bad person, what's the first thing you do? Start a charity. Anyone who's too obsessed with the justice of Epstein list, like, it's a little like, what are you up to do? Like, I don't know. Like, we have to shame them to make sure they go to jail. It's like, why do you want to know so bad? It's like creeps are trying to study what gets people busted. It's like, you know how arsonists, they do it to help put out the fires later? It's just a little bit like, why? Do you care this much, or are you just trying to throw everybody else off your trail? Dude, a day does not go by where I don't think about that dude who was, I guess he was like the DA of New York. And when Harvey Weinstein was like, accused of all that stuff, he went out of his way to do a press conference for no reason, just to be like, we believe Harvey Weinstein is a bad man and we believe these women. And everyone was like, no, what? We didn't even need to do this. And like 6 women came out and were like, yeah, we're hookers. He choked us. Sometimes big anti-creep advocates are creeps. Like, if I was a creep, the first thing I would do would like come after creeps. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's the perfect cover. Like, most people are like, you're like, hey, should the Epstein list come out? And you're like, yeah, of course. And they just move on with their day. But the people that are like, where's the list? Get these. Like, this is your whole day. This is your cause. Like, I'm just saying, the Sound of Freedom guy, I got in trouble for being like, this is fishy. Like, why does he have a publicist? Like, I don't know. You know where all the kids are that are getting trafficked? Then why are you on Ellen? Like, why are you on Kelly Clarkson? And why are you on the couch with Drew Barrymore sitting on the floor, like playing a Ouija board? Like, what's happening? Like, how does this? I can't, like, I will never get over that. I will never get over him asking 2 women to shower together. if this is your main cause, if Epstein list is your main cause, I would like 20 minutes with your laptop. It's just like a personal request. Also, the list should be out. This is ridiculous. And their main defense for not releasing it is we don't want to re-traumatize the victims and we don't want to compromise their anonymity. Like, I don't know. I feel like the way to like help out the victims is release the people that abuse them. So that's what they're waiting on. Like, honestly, at this point, like anonymity, that's really easy to do. Just go, I will go get the white out. The best way they can heal is to know that the powerful criminals who abused them were in jail. Maybe it's just me. I feel like the victims would feel better knowing they can like go out to eat and not constantly worry their food is poisoned. Like I feel, I don't know. I feel like they'd be thrilled to be able to like start their car for once in the past 15 years and not worry it's going to explode. I'm just saying, like, I'm sure they love to go to jail for their own crime and not have to worry about hanging themselves. I mean, they can't even commit crimes if they want to, you know? I just feel like if you're an Epstein victim, like, it's so different than being any other kind of victim because you're just like, oh, why do the most powerful people in the world have to have been the ones? You know, like, girls get abused all the time. I couldn't just get someone who couldn't even afford a plane ticket. Like, ugh. Life's a nightmare. The least you could do for yourself is have better sex. And how are we going to do that without BlueChew? We're not. This is the original brand offering chewable tablets that help men achieve stronger, harder, longer lasting erections for sexual activities. And they need this help more than ever because women now have personalities like mine. They just go on and on. Here's the best part of BlueChew. It's all done online, no awkward doctor's visits or pharmacy lines. You don't have to get your erection pills on 8chan or 4chan or Reddit or Craigslist anymore. BlueChew tablets are made in the USA. They're prepared, shipped directly to your door in discreet packaging. Signing up is super easy. Just head to BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. You can take them anytime, day or night, whether you want to plan ahead or just be ready when the moment arises. Does it work? You could be missing out on the best sex of your life. They say there's nothing sexier than confidence, and BlueChew can help you give confidence where it counts. BlueChew is offering you 1 month for free. That's right. Try your first month of BlueChew for free. Just visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank BlueChew for sponsoring this podcast. HomeChef. We've all been there, standing in front of that fridge, crying, sobbing, rethinking your existence, staring blankly at random ingredients or scrolling through delivery apps, feeling uninspired. Dinner time doesn't have to be a hassle. And that's why I love HomeChef. HomeChef delivers fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and easy-to-follow recipes right to your door. Whether you want to cook from scratch or need a quick 30-minute meal or just want to have an oven-ready dish, HomeChef has you covered. Their recipes are designed by chefs and tested for ease, so you have delicious home-cooked meals without the stress of planning or grocery shopping. With over 30 recipes to choose from every week, including options for vegetarians, low-carb eaters, and even comfort food classic. Let's go. There's always something you're going to love. You can customize your meals by swapping out proteins, doubling up on your favorites, and you'll save an average of $86 per month on groceries. Love it. For a limited time, HomeChef is offering an incredible deal. Get 18 free meals plus free dessert for life and free shipping on your first box.
Your first box.
Your first box. People are going to take that out on YouTube, pull it out of context, and be like, Whitney's a lizard. She's changing.
Look at her eyes while she.
Yeah. She's malfunctioning. That's homechef.com/Whitney for 18 free meals, free dessert for life. That's so sick. And free shipping. Homechef.com/Whitney, code Whitney. Do it, girl. Anyway, I don't really have any new information on this. I would just like to talk about it as much as possible, like literally to the point to where if I disappeared, it would be weird. So that's kind of my strategy. Anyway, Pat has been sending me stories because you guys, some people were annoyed that I was asking Instagram what to talk about. And so now we're here. Pat sent me a story about how a shark, if I can say this without laughing, Pat, if I say this without laughing, you owe me $500,000. A woman had her hands bitten off by a shark. And you know, this is like just it's my Super Bowl. It's my Rumspringa. And I really enjoy watching nature just retaliating. Honestly, they're so done with us. Like sharks are just biting. They don't even eat human flesh. This was for the love of the game. This shark went out of its way to like prove a point. Okay, sharks are biting people, which is not what they do. They only do it when they're confused or whatever. Orcas are capsizing boats. Like truly only of billionaires. Like they're the Luigi of the ocean. Like they're just like, nature is so over our arrogance. Like I just don't, and you know me, if you go to the ocean, I'm done with you. Like people that go into the ocean, the level of arrogance. We have VR. We have, what else do we have? We have 3D. We have mushrooms. Do you have, drugs are everywhere. You have edibles are legal now. Like you need to go into the ocean, you loser. The thing that bothers me the most about people that go into the ocean, like to scuba dive, is being in the, get proposed to in the sand, like Godspeed. But like, why would you go into the ocean? I know this sounds weird. It's someone's home. Like it's not your home. Is that crazy to think? Like it's someone else's home. Can you imagine if you woke up and there was a shark in your house? You'd shoot it. Why can't a shark kick your ass if you go into their home? This feels fair. Honestly, I think that the shark was being pretty cool given the circumstances. Like you're breaking and entering into someone else's home who has 2 rows of teeth and can't go to jail. Like the arrogance. Like I literally divide people, not Republican and Democrat, not gay and straight. I divide people who scuba dive and those that do not. And if you scuba dive, you can't be in my life. You are delusional. You are arrogant. I can't trust you. You have no concept of danger. I don't know what this is. If you're an ocean person, that's just Darwinism. I mean, what kind of arrogance does it require to think? Like, you know what I'm gonna do on my vacation? I'm gonna go to a place where I'm the slowest and can't even see. Like, what is going on? Am I insane? And then you see an apex predator who has movies made about it, about just their teeth alone. There's movies made about just their mouth. There are entire movies, just a shark's mouth. And by the way, scariest movie ever made. Like literally, someone went into a room to pitch a movie, and they were like, "We need a really scary movie." And they were like, just the sharks, just the jaws of a shark. And they're like, "Say no more." Sold. There's nothing scarier. And now we just don't. Sharks are older than trees. Do people understand this? Do you think they give a shit about your hands? They don't know what hands are. The reason we evolved hands in the first place was to pull ourselves out of the ocean in case we fell in to escape sharks. They've only seen us without hands. So the shark probably thought he was helping. The shark's old enough to have seen humans back when we had Flipper. So the shark was like, oh God. He bit her hand off and he was like, I fixed it. The shark didn't kill her, could have easily, didn't eat her, didn't want to, was literally just making a point. And if you don't think animals are smart enough to make points, oh bitch. Someone who is taking selfies with a shark, honestly, I know this is tough to say. I think they actually need to have their hands removed. I'm not trying to be, it's like some people need like lobotomies. We need certain parts of your brains removed. Kanye West, like I think that would solve, I'm not even joking. I think that if we're going to bring lobotomies back, Kanye would be the perfect, like truly, why not? The shark honestly probably saved her life. I'm not even kidding. Because if she still had hands, the next vacation, she would try to take a selfie with a tiger and it would rip her head clear off her head. The shark saved her life, as far as I'm concerned. And, she won't have hands, but she will get to live. Like, am I wrong? What kind of ingrate needs to go into the ocean? You've seen everything on land. You've seen the pyramids, Great Wall, China, Grand Canyon. Nothing's good enough for you. You've seen every porn, every documentary, everything. You've been to the Sphere on Molly. Still, nothing's good enough. Still got to go into the cold, murky ass death soup where nothing ever goes well in there. Where you can't breathe. Honestly, I make fun of girls when they get tattoos that say breathe, but these are the only people that are allowed to get that tattoo. You actually do need the reminder to breathe. It's not the Coachella girls with the feather in their head, like breathe. Like this, you do need, like, go places you can breathe. Don't forget. We don't talk about the ocean. As someone who's tried to stop figuring out land, we don't spend enough time talking about the ocean and truly how little we know about it. And you know that NASA, I found this out when I was in Florida, Dania Beach, Florida. I was asking people in the audience about conspiracy theories. And I was like, does anyone have a good conspiracy theory? And this woman just went, the ocean. And I was like, I'm on the edge of my seat. And she's like, we've only explored 5% of the ocean. And I was like, that can't be true. She's like, yeah, NASA went down there and they were like, nah. I looked into it. It is correct. NASA went down there and was like, nah. NASA people were like, we're good. But so we don't know. Like, we don't know anything about the ocean. And because like oceans are warming up or something, shit from the bottom, like, you know, like alligators are like clear now. Like, have you seen, like, there's critters from the deep down coming up top.
Apocalypse fish.
Apocalypse fish. They have like laser beams coming out of their heads. They've got like a ninja star of a mouth. Their hands are just like machetes. Like, we don't know what's coming up here. Like, we don't. So you know what? Again, you know, I love a big explanation for a lot of little things that are all connected. It could be toxoplasmosis. And my theory makes sense because a lot of ocean people are cat people. Cat people, you get toxoplasmosis by having cats. Okay, they have this disease. It's like a virus that makes you seek out danger. Google it. It's like it breeds in the stomach of a cat. So like rats try to get eaten by them. So anyone that has toxoplasmosis does more dangerous things. It makes sense. I think that a lot of people that go in the ocean do it so they can come back and show off to their cat that they were around a bunch of fish. I don't know, but cat people and ocean people are similar to me. They're not as social. What's less social than going in the ocean? Like, I'm going to go, it's basically running away from home. Like, you're like, I'm going to jump in the ocean. And by the way, you know that you don't have to go in backwards like that. It's just like, that's so funny to me. I'm obsessed with it. I'm just obsessed when there's like, you're just like, loser. They're making fun of you. You can go in for head the other way. Like, you're just letting these scuba instructors like clown you like this. Like, they're just, I'm just saying, when people act like this, who's going to tell them, like, no one thinks you're cool? No one's like, oh, sick. Like, no one's like, you have a picture with a shark? We're not like sick. We're like, I think you have a virus. Like, this looks like a brain infection. Like, no one's like, sick. Like, it's so wild when you realize that seeking attention as an adult, no one thinks it's cool. It's such literally, anytime someone's like famous or successful, no one's like, that's awesome. They're like, you're mentally ill. We will enjoy watching you, you know, exploit yourself and put yourself in danger. But like, we don't like you. We feel sorry for you. You know, there was a guy on Rich Roll and he's a psychiatrist. I don't know what he is, but he said, like, you've succeeded as a parent if your kids do not wish to be famous. Like, wanting to be seen is so deeply mentally ill. And if you have to bring a shark into it, like, honestly, I'm not even mad at her. I am mad at her parents. I am mad at her parents that she felt the need to go take a picture with a shark. Like, Mom, do you love me now? Like, what is it? I'm worried. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. I'm also worried about the impact of like screensavers and sharks in 3D. Like, we've stopped thinking that dangerous things are dangerous. Is this becoming a problem? Like, people fall off cliffs taking selfies. Like, is it because they went off a cliff in one of the video games? Like, when did we stop seeing cliffs where like, it's like a cliff. Like, it's like a cliff. I believe over 300 people have fallen off cliffs taking selfies. No one sees you with a cliff behind you and is like, dude, you're so cool. Like, no one thinks it's cool. Also, when I see someone doing something dangerous that could have been easily AI'd, I just think you're dumb. Honestly, I think it would be cooler if this was AI'd. If I saw a 55-year-old woman with a shark, I'd be like, dude, I have to unfollow you because otherwise I have to like intervene or like call Britney Spears' dad to like get you into a basement in Calabasas. Like you're a danger to yourself. Like the level of pick me energy is so cringe. But like if you like AI'd it, I'd be like, sick, dude. Cool. I'm so glad you didn't do that. And you're a woman in STEM. Like that's awesome. When was the last time that you needed to go to the doctor, but just put it off and put it off? I don't know. You're too busy. You don't know which doctor to go to. You're on hold for 45 minutes listening to Enya. We've all been there. But with Zocdoc, there is no reason to delay. Zocdoc makes it easy to find and book doctors who are right for you. Whether you're looking for a dentist, therapist, dermatologist, primary care physician, or even urgent care doc, of the Zocdoc has you covered. Zocdoc is a free app and website that lets you search for high quality in-network doctors across every specialty. You can see their real appointment availability and book instantly. No waiting, no calling around, no nonsense, no rigmarole. Filter for doctors who take your insurance. They're located nearby. They're highly rated by verified patients. Plus, appointments booked through Zocdoc happen very fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours. That is wild. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments. Go to Zocdoc.com/Whitney to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's Zocdoc.com/Whitney, Zocdoc.com/Whitney. Meundies, I'm not even joking you. Most thongs are like, as if someone was taking like twine or barbed wire. I mean, most thongs, I'm like, do I need a tetanus shot to be wearing this? Like, honestly, the fact that we as a society have allowed like this abuse into our crevices, like, honestly, why isn't this Blake Lively's complaint? We'd be on board. If Blake Lively was like, I have an HR complaint, they're making me wear thongs on this movie, we'd be like, yeah, you're right. You're correct. You have been violated. That is abuse. But like, I can't, honestly, before Meundies, I was going back to granny panties. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, it's got prints, really cute prints. Some of them have llamas on them. Love it. They come in sizes extra small to 4XL. Flattering fit for everybody, not just about underwear. Meundies has full loungewear, including joggers, hoodies, onesies, even activewear. I need to get those ASAP. It's all made with their signature buttery soft, breathable, and stretchy fabric. Meundies is a brand that you can feel good about supporting. They use sustainably sourced materials, and they partner with manufacturers that care about their workers. And if you're not 100% satisfied, your first pair is on them. No questions asked. Get 20% off your first order and free shipping on orders of $75 or more. Go to Meundies.com/Whitney and use code Whitney. That's Meundies.com/Whitney, code Whitney. That said, I would like to go to space. I changed my mind. It happens all the time. Lauren Sanchez is going to space. Came out today. She's shown in life. Here's the thing. If Lauren Sanchez is going to space, I'm in. How few women would get the opportunity to go to space? And you know what she's doing with it? She's taking her girlfriends. This is a girl's, I will do anything for a girl's girl. She is taking Gayle King and Katy Perry and some other friends. I don't know, whatever. This is, a girl's girl. It's all that matters to me. Okay. It is all about girls. Even if they all die together, they did it as a girl group. And that is so sick to me. Like, and here's it. People are like, what's a girl's girl? Because you know what? Girls that are not girls are ruining the world. This is honestly, I feel like nobody will talk about this. Girls that do not have girlfriends, no one calls them out on their shit. They act crazy. They lie. They think they can get away with it because guys let stuff slide. Girlfriends don't. And she's got girlfriends. That's all I need to know about her character. And I like her. People ask, they're like, oh, how do you know if someone's a girl's girl or not? Because guys cannot tell. Okay. If someone's not a girl's girl, when she sees other girls, she'll be like, hey, hooker, hey, whore. Like, that's not a girl's girl. We don't talk to each other like that, actually. Girls that are not girls, they wear hats inside, like big hats. Like, remember when Amber Heard just wore like a cowboy hat, like out? That's not a girl's girl. We don't, you're like, what are you doing? Like, you're ruining the photos. Like, you're not, like, no one can see the screen. Like, why are you like girls with girlfriends get called out on dumb stuff like that. We're like, hey, bitch Cassidy, lose the cowboy hat. Like, we're not, what are you doing, silly goose? Like, I'm not, how much attention do you need, homie? Like, I can't, if girls are wearing hats, we're all wearing hats and we've coordinated it. We're in a chain about hats. Their face doesn't match their neck. Like, you'll see like a line of foundation that is like lighter or darker than their neck. You're scaring the kids. Your foundation doesn't match your neck. They're two different colors. Like the girl that is the current White House press secretary doesn't have girlfriends. they carry like a tiny purse. Like the smaller a girl's purse, the less girlfriends she has. Cause it's like what? It's like, what's in there? Your Plan B pill and your whatever, Monostat. What are you doing? My purse is, when like like aid, like a government drops like a cargo bag into a country that needs like food and water after like a disaster. That's my purse. There's nothing I could get out of my purse. I put stuff in my purse as if I'm going to run into a girl at the airport going through a divorce, like a woman having, who just got stung by a bee, who just went through a breakup. Like I'm prepared for pretty much any problem a woman would be going through. Nothing in my purse is actually for me. That's how girls think, okay? Girls who go to the bathroom alone, sketchy. If I'm with people and I go to the bathroom, like all the girls are coming with me. It's not, we all go together. That's just like it's a rule. Like if I'm with a bunch of people and a girl gets up and she goes to the bathroom alone, I'm like, okay, cokehead. Like, look at a girl goes to the bathroom alone. Like, what are you doing in there that's so private? Like, what are you doing? Like, oh, you're going to just go fix your strapless bra fiasco alone? Like, I don't think so. You got yourself into this mess with the pantyhose saga. You really think you're going to get yourself out of it? Like, I'm coming with you. Like, I go to the bathroom with a group of girls at dinner. I come out of there with new makeup tips. Okay. I now know my rising sign. I have 2 new podcasts I've subscribed to. Okay. I'm a witness in 2 court cases. They don't go to space alone either. All right. I love Lauren Sanchez. I cannot stand women who attack her. Like, to me, she's such a Rorschach test. Like, if you are mean to her, you're not a girl's girl. And if you're a girl's girl, you like her. All right. She has the opportunity to go to space. She's taking your girlfriends. I love that shit. I mean, it is funny, like imagining girls going to space, like a group of girls, like there's like an astronaut giving them like the lowdown, and they're like, and the gravity and the this and the oxygen. And they're just like, ooh, we can't go to space if Mercury's in retrograde. Do we know the date? Like, what's the date? They're like, okay. Like, they got all zipped up. They're like ready to go. They're like in their suit, like right before they're about to get on. They're like, oh, I have to pee. Can we pee on? Can we pee on there? Like, how are they going to pee? Like, I'm actually very worried about that. That'd be my main thing. I'm ready to. I used to go on the Gravitron as a kid. I crushed the Gravitron when I was a kid, dude. I'd be the one upside down. Like as soon as it was like I'd be the one upside down. I did puke on myself because when you puke on the Gravitron, it comes right back at you. But I was still like, they knew. I gave me more. People knew to just give me my space. You know what I mean? I'm into it. I kind of want to go to space. Another group of girls who are allowed to get the tattoo that says breathe. This is the only other group. I don't know. I want more girlfriends like this. Like this, Lauren Sanchez taking her girlfriends to the moon. I was like, I want girlfriends like this. Like, this is how I could do an episode of Joe Rogan where all the comments aren't death threats. I'll be like, guys, I saw the moon. I have proof it was fake. I would be like beloved on Reddit. That's my only goal in life, to be Miss Reddit. My girlfriends don't ask me to go to like space. They ask me to like do medicine therapy. And then it turns out to be like street ketamine. I'm like, it's not medicine. Can we stop with that, calling drugs medicine? Like, what are we doing? Like, now weed, ayahuasca, Molly, like DMT, they're not like medicine. I mean, look, before I got sober, I would for sure do that. It's a very good scam. Like, no, I'm taking medicine. I was doing like mushroom chocolates as medicine. I don't think something qualifies as medicine if you don't sleep for 6 days and start talking to your ancestors on a landline. Like, I don't think that's medicine. I think that's maybe just straight up drugs. But anyway, I really want to talk about the Kevin Spacey video because it is truly, look, it might eclipse Shirley Temple in terms of my priorities and things to discuss, solve, obsess about. It's kind of it's the new hill that I will be dying on. But we don't have enough time today. Maybe do your homework for next week and give it a gander. It's Kevin Spacey telling Guy Pearce to grow up. I can't wait. But I do need to shut my whore mouth and get out of here. I have to get up in truly 2 hours to go to Cleveland. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I still don't know how to end these, so don't ride elephants.